So what's an employer to do?
A love contract? I'm guessing.
Yeah. So there are some things that employers typically do. Love contracts is one of them. So some employers just outright ban all workplace romantic relationships,
right,
as a matter of policy.
And that's what that's what I hear about.
Right.
If you are, then you have to go and report it, and then one person has to leave.
That's one way to do it.
Is that legal? I mean, can an employer say no relationship?
Sure,
really?
It can be.
Okay.
Now, is it good for employee morale? Maybe not. Does it make the employer seem overbearing? Perhaps.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Some employers only ban supervisor-subordinate romantic relationships for obvious reasons, and there is heightened legal liability. For
that's where
in that situation.
It could really become a problem.
And then other employers use the love contract.
Oh my God, I've never heard of this.
What is a love contract?
Okay.
So it's a written agreement that the employer asks both parties to the relationship to sign. And basically the purpose of it from the employer's point of view is to have both parties acknowledge in writing that the relationship is consensual.
Okay.
It's to reiterate that the employer has policies against workplace discrimination, sexual harassment. You acknowledge that you know what those policies are and that you agree to adhere to them. You agree that nothing that you do in the workplace will be anything but professional, that you can't have, personal displays of affection, things of that nature. That you will,
no favoritism.
and this is what you were talking about earlier, that you will notify HR if you're no longer in a relationship or if the relationship starts to go bad, which would be important. And you also can have them acknowledge that the relationship being what it is not going to affect your work performance. It's good because it gives the employer some measure of protection if one party or the other says that the relationship wasn't consensual.
Right, you have it in writing.
Yeah, you have it in writing.
Would that be effective and enforceable, do you think?
That's a really good question.
Is it like...
Well, lawyers being what they are, I mean, you can imagine a situation where the aggrieved employee, if you will, would say, I know I signed that agreement, but I did it under duress.
Right.
Employer
I did it because I had to keep my job.
I had to keep my job. Yeah, and that's a concern.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, when I think about these things, it really is so that you have something memorialized that the relationship, at least at some point, the parties are saying it was consensual. And that you're reminding them of these other things so that if it turns out that the relationship doesn't work out, if things go bad, that you can at least say, but you told me that you would, that you would do X, Y, and Z, that you knew about the policy.
You were aware of our policies.
You were aware of the policy
so
and you
that,
didn't comply with it.
Wink, wink. If you don't feel it's consensual, come see HR. You don't have to do this.
Yeah, so...
I mean, having something's better than nothing.
Yeah, so a love contract, I think, would be an important consideration if you had a relationship where there was a particular risk involved.
Yeah. I mean, but it kind of makes sense, which is why when I hear about employers that, ban workplace relationships, I mean, it's
hard.
We all work all the time now, right? So it's like, if you haven't already met your significant other, where are you more likely to meet them these days when, people are clocking in
Well, interesting point.
10-hour days and working all the time. It's
it makes
that's
sense.
Where you're going to
it's
meet.
where you're
that's
spending
where you're
all
going to
your
meet
time.
people. Yeah.
So there you go. I thought you would be interested in love contracts. You see how much fun I have as an employment
so
law
much fun.
attorney?
Yeah.
It's great.
I've never heard of it.